Join us at Urban Axe Yard on Sunday for a charity axe throwing as we try to help out Strong Heart's Native Helpline. $10 all you can throw, and you can throw against Thunder Mountain Wrestling personalities like Joel, like the Manimal, like Dave Davies. I dare you to try to beat me. Join us on Sunday at Urban Axe Yard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Thunder Mountain Wrestling presentation of the main event here on Cool FM Live. We're here live with the main event, Dave. That means we are just days away from Point Break. And boy, do we have some controversies going on. Do we have some storylines to get to? It's going to be amazing. Dave Davies, the mouthpiece of Arizona Southeast, alongside Paul Quarter. How are you feeling about this one, Dave?
Oh, Point Break is going to be something else. Like Joe Biden, ex-presidents in the house. Point Break, baby. But before we do that, we are here at Urban Axe Yard. There's a lot going on this week. You know there's about a charity throwing an axe thingy on Sunday. You come down and try to beat me. You won't. Patrick Rail Band, Patrick Rail and 357 Band on Friday. I know you know who they are, so we're going to have a packed house in here on Friday. Let's see, we got the Parker Jenkins Band on Saturday. They are really, really, really good as well. For all you with a creative side, maybe with an effeminate side, it is 2013, you know. They do have a craft event Saturday 1 to 4. They're going to make Halloween decorations and all that good stuff, so come down here. And also, there's leagues, like Pool League. They have Axe Throwing League. They're going to be starting up next week. Come down to Urban Axe Yard and join a league and learn how to be somebody besides a lazy couch potato that you are.
Mighty strong words from the mouthpiece of Arizona Southeast. We wouldn't expect anything less.
I'm not known to mince words.
Point Break is going to be
by the way, Urban Axe Yard, adult beverages, baby.
Can we do the thing? Can we have some semblance of professionalism in here?
I'm all class.
Take out a couple letters, and that's what you are. So, Point Break, just days away. It's going to be in Bisbee, Arizona, where we have the most electric crowds every time in the Bisbee Pumas Gymnasium, Dave. Of course, that's a place that's near and dear to our heart, but my goodness, do they show out every single time we go there.
It is louder than me and my wife in Bisbee, Arizona, I can promise you that. It gets thunderous.
They argue a lot, for sure. So we're going to go into some of the match cards. And last event, we saw that we had VIP-specific only matches, and that trend's going to continue here. And we've got some great ones on the card here tonight, or at Point Break on Saturday night. So don't hesitate to get your VIP tickets for Bisbee, Arizona.
I don't even get into VIP, so I highly recommend that you go check it out. I've tried to get in. They don't let me in for some reason.
It's going to be your best hour of wrestling watching ever. Let me tell you that. So we'll start off with the Jackal, Jeff Roth, going against Gustavo Perez. These wrestlers are the two best in Thunder Mountain Wrestling at using their legs as weapons. This is going to be a sensationally fast match with a lot of kicks, a lot of high flying, and I can't wait for it.
Gustavo Perez is going to rip off one of the Jackal's legs and use it as a weapon.
He could.
And beat him down with it. Gustavo Perez is looking real good in Thunder Mountain Wrestling. Good enough where I start to feel funny feelings on the inside.
Inchale. Yeah, so we don't... That's going to be a toss-up to me. Both wrestlers have shown very well here in Thunder Mountain Wrestling. If I had to give it to somebody, I would probably give it to Gustavo as well. He just comes with a fire and an intensity that I don't think that many can match in Thunder Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah, Jeff Ross got some moves, but this ain't the disco dancing floor. This is wrestling. Gustavo Perez bringing it home.
Back to the 70s. That's going to bring us to our second ever women's match in Thunder Mountain Wrestling.
Oh, is Sassy back?
Making her debut is going to be Chrissy Rivas against Sassy, the female wrestler that currently runs the women's division in Thunder Mountain Wrestling. Yet to lose, Dave. We know how you feel about Sassy. I can only imagine where you're going on this one.
Oh, well, you know, what wife? Did I mention a wife? No, I did not. But no, Sassy is also quite the wrestler as well. Can't wait to see her in action.
Yeah, this one's going to be tough. I don't know much about Chrissy Rivas. We know Sassy, with the aid of a nameless, faceless assassin, basically, on her last event, was able to get the job done. And I'm excited to see
that's
what Chrissy
scary
has.
broad. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had nightmares about that woman.
A lot of people did. And that's going to bring us to our last match for the VIP section, a county coin match. John Belmont, the trash man himself, Mr. Black, Buggy against Ian Knight, all going for this county coin in a fatal four-way.
They're letting that weirdo Buggy wrestle again? This is wrestling, not an AA meeting, all right? Buggy, show up properly this time. God. That guy's gonna get slaughtered by Mr. Black. Okay, Buggy's a little weirdo. Mr. Black is a monster. So Buggy, enjoy your weird little life for the next 3 days that you have it.
Yeah, anytime there's not a one-on-one, it adds a variable in there that a lot of people aren't used to.
Like Gary Busey.
I would say on paper, yeah, Mr. Black is probably the favorite in this one, but with 4 competitors, anyone can pin anyone at any time. It's going to be an interesting.
Oh, you said
one
the
to say
trash
least.
man's in there too. The guy that wants to be a part of the foundation but isn't good enough to be a part of the foundation. That guy's wrestling too. I remember that guy.
I mean, I kind of think he'd flip that on you.
He's a trash man. Does he take himself to the corner every day?
Anyway, so that's going to do it for our VIP section. That's going to get us into the main card. The first thing we're going to talk about, again, stop me if you heard this one, Tecolote is going to take on RKG. This time, it's to settle the score once and for all.
Yeah, like Magic Johnson, there is bad blood there. I am tired of all these women talking about RKG. I'm the good-looking face of Thunder Mountain Wrestling. Tecolote is going to go ahead and mangle that so I can go back to being the best-looking guy in this promotion.
Well, they've clashed in many. They had that one-on-one match. RKG came out on top of that. They were in the Thunder Rumble against each other. They were in that elimination tag match. And finally, the bad blood will be concluded once and for all, we think, coming this Saturday at Point Break.
Yeah, these two have been trying to get at each other for a minute. It's like before Cheer Sensation became a thing, you know?
No kidding, right? But yeah, I mean, if you're looking on the side of Tecolote on this one, RKG is still in that main event picture. What does it do to Tecolote's stock if he's able to take out RKG in this one? Are we looking at an Tecolote versus Manimal title fight in the future?
Tecolote is a luche legend. RKG might have his hand. Tecolote is not going to come down here and lose a third time. So again, Tecolote, make sure to take care of the face. Okay, I don't care how he comes out of that ring. Just make sure he's uglier than he walked into it.
That's going to take us to our next match, a match that's been months in the making is what I'll say with this one. Canadian Carnage, Guerrero Picante, and his bodyguard, Iron Pitbull, are going to take off Stevie Ray Pim and Pop Chulo. Stevie and Canadian Carnage have been beefing for a long time. Stevie Ray and Pop Chulo calling themselves the Rap and Rock Connection.
Like that bad Cypress Hill album from the late 90s. You know what? I may have been wrong about these Canadians. I am your friend, guy. I've been misjudging you. Pop Chulo, you're going to lower yourself to work with, please forgive me, the guy that lost to the Canadians, Stevie Ray Pim. You're better than that, Pop. You need to upgrade your tag team talent.
Strong words from the mouthpiece of Arizona Southeast. One more time in this one. It's going to be a brawl for all in this one. I don't know how to describe where this one's going to go.
It's real easy. You dump maple syrup on Pop Chulo, you stick him to the corner, and then you take Stevie Ray Pim out of the ring.
All right. Well, that's going to take us to... Sorry, I didn't know you were getting it there. Anyway, that's going to take us to a triple threat match. Making his Thunder Mountain Wrestling debut is going to be Angel Pureheart. Unfortunately for Angel Pureheart, that's where the good news ends, because he is taking on Sincere, holder of multiple county coins, and Victor Ursus, who once again is snubbed out of the Thunder Mountain Wrestling heavyweight title picture. A step up for Sincere in class as well, taking on Victor Ursus, but you gotta think, again, Ursus thinks the cards are stacked against him in Thunder Mountain Wrestling.
That guy is going to be so angry. I hope that Pureheart is an organ donor, because that thing is going to get ripped out of his chest and handed over to Sincere before he takes care of him as well. Victor Ursus, you gotta stop playing with this man. Stop playing with him. He's every time you don't give this man the match he deserves, there's going to be dead bodies coming out of that ring. So you get what you asked for.
We'll have to see what Angel Pureheart has.
I told the ex-wife the same thing. So she gets $3 a month in alimony.
Sincere actually has a bigger build than most people give him credit for, because he is so athletic. And Victor Ursus, again, pushing 300 pounds. I've seen pictures of Angel Pureheart. He has got to be quicker than both of these men combined, and he's got to try to use his speed to come out on top of this one. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for him.
He better rapido Arriba his butt right back to the locker room before he gets hurt in there.
That's going to take us to the tag team title match. A four-way tag team title match, I should say. The Foundation defend their titles against the Block, against Cheer Perfection, against the Smoke Signals. Last event we saw, the Block had the Foundation pinned for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 count. Referee was out. The Block unable to get the victory after that. So the Foundation a little bit fortuitous in that one, but Dave, odds now stacked against him with 3 other teams coming to get that title.
There's a lot to take in there. First of all, smoke signals. We haven't met yet. I'm Dave. Let's hang out before the matches. As far as cheer perfection is concerned, those kids have moxie and spunk and probably a couple other I don't know how to spell. Will Kennedy and Gabriel Alexander, they're the chance for a reason. The block did give him a good match. Xander Phillips is probably the coolest cat on this card. But besides Will, of course, my best player. By the way, Will, I haven't heard from you lately. The guest room's warmed up, brother.
You did
Pizza rolls are in the microwave.
Leader of the foundation on the last show. I don't think he took
I
too.
didn't say leader of the foundation. I said that Will Kennedy likes, maybe steal a quip or two from the mouthpiece of Arizona Southeast.
You said you were the leader of the foundation, but yeah, that one's going to be.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. That's a 4 tag team match going on. Again, cheer perfection. Again, they have techniques to get people pink eye. So everybody better be careful in that ring. Doctors better be on hand.
Yeah, so again, every title is going to be on the line here in this event. But before we get to the other two, let's talk about what everyone has on their mind. Chivero is going up against AJ Sensation. And this is the first time we've seen Chivero since he turned his back on his brothers and the Peacemakers. Now he's out for himself. Don. What the hell was that?
Oh, hello. That was
Say something.
That was unexpected. So the Chivero, hello. I can't help but tell you how much I admired that change of heart that you had against what were your brothers over there. I actually, finally a man takes up for his own accord, and decides to make his own life decisions instead of following others. So Chivero, I could have been more impressed. How do you feel about it? Yeah, that Manimal is, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't blame you for getting away from the guy. But again, so you're up against AJ Sensation. What are your plans against this victim? Yes, I know Stud Bronson's legs are not as big as he advertises. I was asking you about your match. This guy right here.
Where'd he go?
That man is mysterious.
Look behind you, dude.
What? There's an axe on the board with a picture.
On AJ Sensation's face.
We might need to start thinking about medication for Mr. Chivero over there because it seems like he is mentally losing it at this point. But the anger is overwhelming him.
There's an axe on AJ.
Yeah. Oh no, I got it.
Face.
That's not a threat to beat a man in a wrestling match. That's a threat for a attempted homicide.
Whoa. All right. Hey, everyone calm down.
Yeah. It's a little, all of a sudden you get creeped up on by some 9-foot tall psycho. It's a little intimidating, but
where'd Chivero come from?
I have no idea. All I know is that, I thought at that point I made a life decision and I thought maybe it's best to get on his good side. Because that was a little scary. I only have nightmares of 2 things.
All right. So best of luck to you, AJ Sensation.
Yeah, good luck.
All right. That was interesting. We finally got our bearings about us, I do believe. Thank you, Carrie, for checking every nook and cranny, making sure that the Chivero was gone and those locks are tight. Right?
Thank God for adult beverages. I can forget the little pee in my pants that I just let out right now.
You and me both, brother. All right, so that's going to take us to another championship on the line. The Ramrock is going to defend his Super Vader Championship one more time against Stud Bronson. But Stud Bronson, to show that he means business, is putting his Urban Legend Horror Championship on the line as well. I think in this match, one thing we have to be cognizant of is, can Stud focus with Chivero running around that locker room?
He better be gone. That was terrifying.
Carrie said the locks are good. Thank you, Carrie. And we did hear from Ramrock earlier in the month, and he is playing no games on this one.
If you folks didn't look at your Cool FM, the mouthpiece of the Southeast almost died. And Stud Bronson is biting off a little more than he can chew right now. He's already been in there with the Ramrock. He knows he can't beat the man. I don't know why he's wasting his time.
For everyone that is unfamiliar,
and his legs are skinny.
The Super Vader Championship is one way to win and one way to win only, and that is to knock your opponent out for a whole 10 count, much like boxing. It takes a lot, and we'll see if Stud can get the job done this time, or again, Ramrock, who's held the title since its inception, walks out victorious one more time.
The Peacemakers are down their best wrestler, so their confidence level, like me when I was a teenager asking girls to the prom, is going to be low.
Well, I mean, there's a lot going on right now, for sure. Anyway, that's going to take us to our Thunder Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match. Finally, we get to see Bad News Bagu one more time, and he's going to take on the Manimal. Bad News won our Thunder Rumble, and he is completely focused on the Manimal. He forfeited his county coin just so he can skip the match and be here at Point Break taking on the Manimal. And for Manimal, just betrayed by his brother Chivero, we have to wonder about his mental state as well.
Well, as far as the Manimal is concerned, after Chivero made the good decision to get away from the Peacemakers, like Kurt Cobain, his head might not be in the right place. As far as Bad News Bagu is concerned, the guy is just absolutely running ruckshot through Thunder Mountain Wrestling right now. He wants a piece of the Manimal. This might be the time where Manimal actually finally goes down.
And a lot of people gave Bad News a lot of criticism for skipping out on the county coin match. He put Thunder Mountain in a bind, but that just shows me how focused he is on the Manimal. And Bad News, he thinks he's the best. He wants to prove he's the best, and he's not taking the Manimal lightly. I mean, why would you? The guy has the title, but it just shows me that extra effort that he's putting in for this one.
They don't call him, I came here because I had something uncomfortable to tell you, Bagu. His name is Bad News Bagu. And the bad news for the Manimal is he has to wrestle that guy on Saturday. So best of luck, Manimal.
And what condition is the Manimal going to be in? He was just in a coffin match against the man of 1,000 deaths, Muertes, and that coffin exploded. Muertes tore down the entire arena to throw at the Manimal. And then, again, Chivero comes out and turns his back on the Manimal, and they just go at the Manimal. I gotta say, he's going to be less than 100% for this match.
Like a diabetic without a candy bar, he may not have the energy to make it through. I have something unfortunate to tell you, Bagu.
So anyway, folks, Point Break is going to be this Saturday at the Bisbee Pumas Gymnasium, and we couldn't be more excited for it. Thank you again, Kerry, for making sure that those locks are super tight. Thank you to the Urban Axe Yard for housing us.
By the way, Urban Axe Yard
does
have NFL Sunday tickets, so come watch some football.
Look at that. They found a helmet that fits your head.
Jealousy is an ugly color, my friend.
NFL Sunday tickets, so every game is available at Urban Axe Yard.
I did not know that until about a half an hour ago. That's a game changer. So while we have the charity axe throwing event on Sunday and you can come down here and get by me, well, I'd be watching football teams kick each other on that TV.
That's crazy. Yeah, we've been looking for somewhere to watch football, and I think we found our spot here at the Urban Axe Yard.
Yeah, I just found my spot at the Urban Axe Yard. You can even bring in your own food. They already got the beer here, as you can see. What is this one again, Kerry? This is an Oktoberfest lager.
Thank you again, Kerry, for keeping the professionalism out of our broadcast by serving them one more time. But that's going to do it from us, folks. Thunder Mountain Wrestling Point Break this Saturday, Bisbee Pumas Gymnasium, a loud arena. We will catch you there.
Be there or be the third member of the cheer perfection.
I'm excited for Point Break.
Dude, you better start realizing who the star of this show is. People are here to see me, all right?
You got to calm it down,
you keep talking to me like that.
Down, brother.
You keep talking to me like that. I swear to God.
You need to stop drinking while